some things you need to adhere to. Number one, please write this down. Number one, never target a peak season. If you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. When the crowd gathers, when it starts raining, farmers own up everything. I don't know the reason why farmers have owned up rain. It's like the rain was not made for other people. It's only for farmers. And it has been a big debate. It has been a discussion that we've never come to a conclusion about farming, when farmers are supposed to start farming, how farmers are supposed to prepare their farms. It's a debate that I don't know when we are going to end it. There are few things I would like to share with you. There are few things you need to know as a farmer. Because, like I've always been telling you, we must all succeed. We must all win. So, do farmers have rules? Are there some rules, maybe unwritten rules or written rules that govern farmers? Or just because it has the crowd has already gathered, now we are at liberty, we are free to go to a farm and start farming? Because we know of a market that Fred told you to go look for the market. Now when you get the market, when you're told now you can bring cabbages, you're at liberty to go and start farming. I would like to share with you few rules, few things that you need to know as a farmer. As a farmer, just like I've been telling you, owning a farm does not qualify you to be a farmer. Just owning a farm does not qualify you to be a farmer. There are so many things you need to look at. So many things. Among them is the season, the market. That is the thing you are supposed to look at. Somebody somewhere is planning to do maize, not because they have a market for maize, not because they know where to sell the maize, not because they've heard of maize is selling well, but because it's their culture. In their family, in their society, they grow maize. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. We are farmers, and now we need to change our mentality. We need to do it as a business. A research has been done that farmers continue to be poor. They are the small-scale farmer is the biggest feeder, world feeder, feeds almost 60% of the people in the world. And still he remains very poor. He never changes his alive. So we need to, the small-scale farmer must win. The small-scale farmer must succeed. So as a farmer, as a small-scale farmer, there are some things you need to adhere to. Number one, please write this down. Number one, never target a peak season. Never target a peak season. Why is it so? A peak season, talking of a peak season is like the season we are in. As you can see behind me, What are you seeing? It's a dark cloud. This is a peak season. Peak season means it's rain season, and everybody now is running to the farm because it's rain season. It's a peak season. It's a season to farm cabbages. It's a season to farm maize, to grow their maize and to grow their all the farm produce so that they can take them to the market. Also, a peak season is when there is a scarcity and some produce, some produce are making good margins in the market. You run to the farm to grow that. Never target that. That is the first law in farming. It's an unwritten law, but I want you to write it down. You are a farmer. You want to succeed. Write this down. Never target a peak season. When you target a peak season, you end up consuming this produce. You end up eating everything that you grow in your farm. Unless you want to grow for your pigs, for your chicken, for your cattle, for your own family, or you're sure of the market, don't target the peak season. What should guide you is the market. If you're sure of the market, you have a contract, grow this, farm this, you know what to grow at all time, you can go now with the peak season. Failure to that, don't target that. It is going to frustrate you. That is the first law. And written law, but I want you to write it down so that you can succeed in farming, so that you can be a successful farmer. And number two, when you're planning to farm, don't go for one crop. Don't do monocrop. Don't do maize alone. Don't do beans alone. Don't do cabbages alone. Do multiple crops. When cabbages is not selling well, maize is selling well. When beans is not selling well, the other thing is selling well. Onions are selling well. Tomatoes are selling well. You need to spread the risk. We usually say spreading the risk. One of my friends usually teaches me or trains me on how to adopt the law of a shopkeeper. And what does the shopkeeper does? The shopkeeper has milk, the shopkeeper has flour, the shopkeeper has sugar, the shopkeeper has everything in his or small shop. When the bread is not selling well today, sugar is selling well today. When sugar is not selling well today, flour is selling well today. So there is no day a shopkeeper will miss to sell something out of his or her shop, because he or she has spread the risk. The same thing should happen to the farmer. And that's why I'm telling you, don't do one crop. You should spread the risk. You should do different crops and have a multiple crops so that you can make money out of them. If not all, at least 3 of them or 4 of them when one is failing. Then you should always plan your crops. Have a plan for your farm. We always run to the farm without having plan. At this season, majority of the farmer, always 90%, ask them to give you their plan, what they are planned for. They will never share with you even a single plan of what they are doing or what they have done. They don't have a plan. You should plan for your crops. You should plan for everything, because without a plan, you're planning to fail. That is what my teacher used to tell me when I was in school. If you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. So you should plan and succeed. That's all. Nothing more, nothing less. Plan and succeed. Then, from planning, on that planning, you should have different stages of crops as a farmer. Planning was number 3, by the way. It was rule number 3. Number 3 was planning. Number 4, you should have different stages of crops. Why am I saying so? Because today, at the market, somebody who deals with cabbage, they need consistency in cabbage farming. They need consistency in onion, not farming, selling. They need consistency in tomato selling. So you need to supply them regardless of the quantity that you're supplying them, be it 10 kgs, be it 50 kgs, be it 10 tons. But you need consistency of supplying them. So what brings in consistency is different stages of your crops. That's all. So you need that. And that is the rule number 4. And that is the rule that will make you succeed. Rule number 5. Rule number 5. There is no single farm produce. There is no single farm produce that is profitable than others. No single one. There is no single farm produce that is profitable than others. What you need to is follow the plan that I've already given to you. Plan, be consistent, know the season, don't target the peak season, and you're going to succeed. Whether you are doing cabbages, whether you are doing beans, whether you are doing maize, with a plan, you are going to succeed in it, because other people have succeeded in it. So why do you want to run and take a crop that is profitable? You want to be a gambler, and a gambler will always lose. Farming usually punishes gamblers. So avoid gambling. There is no single crop that is profitable in farming. Take that to the bank and always remember that there is no single crop that is profitable. The one that you think is profitable, that's the crop that is going to fail you. That's the crop that you are going to lose it. And you go telling people that farming is bad, farming is not good. Rule number 6. Rule number 6. Don't get farming information or farming skills from gossipers. There are so many people out there who have never been to the farm. They've never been to the farm. So many people out there, they've never been to the farm. And they usually advise farmers, farmers on how to farm, on how to uh, on how to grow different crops. Don't take advice from those people. If you need advice, go to the farmer. Either the farmer has failed, he has been to farming, or the farmer succeeded, he has been into farming, but go to the farmer. A farmer who has been into farming, get advice from them, and take that advice, use that advice to farm. Because if you take advice from people who have not been to farming, they are into other businesses. Maybe they want to sell you agricultural product, they want to sell you fertilizer, they want to sell you chemicals. They are going to lie to you. Go to the farmer, either successful or unsuccessful. In fact, the unsuccessful farmer gives the best advice, because they are going to give you the reason why they have failed, and you are going to avoid those things for you to succeed. So don't go, or don't listen to other people who have not been to farming for farming advice. Number 7, I've seen so many farmers holding their perishable produce so that they can get good margins, like tomatoes. Somebody doesn't want to sell tomatoes because they are waiting for a week or two for them to make profit. Never hold farm produce awaiting for profit, or yearning to get profit more than what the market is offering. You are going to lose it. Never wait for that. Once a buyer is in your farm and you are making a margin, sell your farm produce. Never wait to make a good margin or to make a big margin when it comes to agricultural produce, or else you are going to lose it. This is business. I'll always remind you that this is business. We are not here because we have farms, because we have capital. We are here to do business. Number 8, even if you have the best farm operator or the best farm manager in your farm from the best universities in the world, you know the experience, always be present. Not you don't need to micromanage them, but be present at your farm. Know what they are planning to do, see what they have already done. There is a saying that says the eye of a shepherd fattens the sheep. As a farmer, as an investor, always be in your farm. So many farmers, and this is rule number 9, so many farmers have always been peeping to their neighbors. Their neighbors are doing maize, their neighbors are doing this. Without a plan, they look at what the other farmers are doing. Don't be like that farmer. Rule number 9, don't copy your neighbor. Don't copy what your neighbor is doing unless you have a plan for it, or unless you get the information from them and plan for it. Don't ever copy your neighbor. Don't ever copy your neighbor. You should do as your plan, as you've planned, because these are some of the things that have made farmers lose their investment. This is what has made many farmers lose what they are planning to earn, and it becomes very painful, all because they are copying. So avoid that at all costs. Number 10, last but not least, at number 10, expensive farm input is not quality. Expensive farm input is not quality input. Always consult on anything that you want to grow. Consult with your agronomist, consult with other farmers, consult with experts, and get the best farm input. Be it seed, be it chemical, be it fertilizer. Don't rush to the agrovet and go buy your input without consulting or without a know on what you are buying or what you want to use. Always consult. Even if you know I'm an expert, and I usually consult a million times with my agronomist, with other farmers, and with people in the market. I usually consult a lot, and I think this is some of the things that has made me be able to make big step in farming, to succeed in some of the things that I'm doing, and also to win majority of the things that I've been doing in the farm. Always consulting. And just a reminder, don't think that because it's a expensive input, it's a quality input. Hope you've learned something from our today's lesson. Hope you've gathered something that you can share, that you can say that this has helped me. If it is your first time that you are tuned to this YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe so that you can continue learning together. Bye.